Hi, everyone, and good evening. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. So if you don't know me, my name is Amanda. I am the owner and winemaker at Timber Hill Winery, and I'm going to be your host tonight for Family Feud Trivia. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I just played a little intro video on how to play, but I'll also be going through all the rules and information here as well. So first off, if you have been here before for Family Feud, whether at the winery or here for Facebook and YouTube Live, welcome back. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. And I'm excited that you guys are all joining us tonight. So first thing you're going to want to do is leave your team name in the comments. So show some team pride and let us know that your team is here, what your team names are. Some people come up with some pretty fun and creative team names, so we all want to see them. So please feel free to share that in the comments section. And then also, if you're sipping on something good, let us know. I am drinking some Traminette right now, and then we'll see. I might open a bottle of La Crescent later during the break time. So Diana says she's got a bottle of Wednesday ready. Lindsay is drinking raspberry rosé. She came and picked up today, signed up for the wine club. Tom is, their team name's Sour Grape, so they're back. Awesome. We've got Team TLC back. Alyssa's team is Mama Needs Some Wine. Lindsay's team is Dashing Winos. We've got Team Wild Things, Shrine Wine. Rat Pack is back. The Belinda, is it Oak Magic? I know you guys played before too. Nicole's No Hit Sherlocks. We've got Jake Rose or Jake Rose. I guess whenever I see Rose, I think Rose, the wino in me. Oh, Alyssa's drinking Rainy Day Rosé. Speak of it. Cynthia's got some Saturday Sangria. Alexis's team name is Partners in Wine. And she's drinking Wine Wednesday. We've got the 3 Wineteers also. So awesome. See, I love all these creative team names. So if you don't have a team name yet, you've got some time. That part is not quite as important as the rules, but it is important here. Jen says no Quarren Queens this week. The other queens ditched her. Well, Jen, you can still play along. You don't have to have a full team. We can do a team of 1 when it's virtual gaming. Bethany's team is Girls on Cloud Wine. I like it. Shelly's got some Wine Wednesday in her glass. Team Cork It is on. I love all these team names. Keep them coming. So as we start getting the team names and everything going here, I'll let you guys know the best way to submit your answers is going to be either Facebook messaging us or you can email them to us. The email address is going to be events, which is EVENTS, at timberhillwinery.com. Or like I said, Facebook message them to us. There are going to be 4 rounds tonight of questions. Each round will have 8 questions plus a bonus question. So basically 9 questions. So there'll be 4 rounds with 9 questions for each round. Do not send your answers in until the round is over and I say to send them in. So if you send them after each question, it's going to make a nightmare for us to sort through the answers and everything. So if you can wait until the round is done, I'll let you guys know when it's time to send in your answers, and then send them either message or email. And then always include your team name with your answers too. That'll help us keep track. And hopefully we can keep track of the scores well. So the other thing we're going to do tonight is we want to make sure you are scoring yourself. So you'll send in your answers right after the round, like we've been doing. Then we're going to go through the answers and you can score yourself. Then message us your score number. So this will hopefully help speed up the scoring process. I don't know, depending on how many teams we have, it might still be hard to get the scores up tonight. So we'll likely still be posting the scores tomorrow, but stay tuned for that. We've got a few more teams joining us. I see we've got J Squared, Dewey Dewdrops are back too, Team Vegas, Badger Boozers are here. Awesome. Team Deep Fried Oreo People. All right. I think that could go well with some wine. The Zimbolangans are in. Some of these team names are hard for me to pronounce here. Maybe if I drink more wine, I will get better at pronouncing them. We've got Team Brown. That's a nice, easy one to pronounce. So if you haven't yet, shout out your team name in the comments and then also let us know what you're sipping on. And then we'll get started here with the rules and everything. So I'm going to play that video again quick with how we're going to play. So hopefully if you're on the live feed here, you'll know the first part of it. So welcome everyone to Family Feud Trivia Night. We do this every other Friday night. You can gather your team and join us on our Facebook page, or you can also watch it on YouTube. So if you've got a smart TV, you could have it up on your YouTube app. And so hopefully if you're watching this, you already know that part. So then you're gonna wanna keep track of your answers on either your mobile device. You can do it in a notepad or write it down physically. And then at the end of each round, you're gonna send us your answers. So you can hit that send message button or send us an email. But most importantly, have fun. We're all here to have fun tonight. And so hopefully you guys enjoy it. I know we've got a lot of repeat teams, so that tells me we've got a few people that might kind of like this. I mean, it is quarantine, so there's not much else you can be doing besides watching Tiger King for the 5th time in a row, maybe. So awesome. We got a couple more teams going here. The I Am Smarticus, and they're drinking Crazy Concord. Ooh, Jennifer, that's a miracle that you've got some Crazy Concord left. That is a hard one to come by. And then Dan's got the Trez Res team. That's a tricky one to say, Jan. So if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments section. I'll be keeping an eye on those as we go. And we're gonna get started here in just a second. And if you join in late, hopefully you can, we've got it set so that you can rewind the video, and you can always rewind the questions then if you need to. But if you lose track of things, just either send us a message or leave a comment. And then also do not leave your answers in the comment. You're gonna wanna keep your answers to yourself until you are ready to send them to us. So we've had it sometimes where people post their answers in the comment section and give their answers away to the other team. So try not to do that. Ooh, Kate's, the White Winers are in the house, so awesome. Keep posting your team names or let us know what you guys are sipping on. And then I am going to bring up the screen here, and it's going to go a little crazy for just a second. Here we go. And let's start our slideshow from the start. So welcome again to our Food Time Trivia Nights. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this. It's making it smaller than it should be. Let's see. There we go. That's better. Ooh, Katrina's drinking some Chardonnay. That sounds good. Okay, so this is a survey-based game. So they asked 100 Americans a variety of questions, and you want to think of what the most common answer is. So it's not, you know, whatever you think the most popular answer would have been from 100 people answering it. And of course, the team with the most points at the end will win. So the scoring is, if you get the very most popular number one answer, you'll get 3 points. And then if you get the second most popular answer, you get 2 points. The third most popular answer, 1 point. Guess all 3 of them, that adds up to 6 points. And ignore that last rule. And when we go through the answers, I will remind you of what each one is worth. This one, a lot of these rules are going to be hard for us to manage. So you guys are on the honor system here. Teams have a maximum of 6 players. I don't think we'll have too much issue with that tonight. And outside help, again, you're on the honor system. So please don't cheat. We're all just here to have fun and have a good time. So please make sure to behave and be fair. And then if there is a tiebreaker, and we'll likely have to announce that and do a message to the 2 teams that we need to do the tiebreaker for tomorrow. So we'll let you guys know if we have a tiebreaker. Then if there are any questions on interpretations or disputes, you can leave those in the comments section when we go through the answers, and I will do my best to help you guys interpret that. So awesome. Katrina wants to know where we find the Americans. Thankfully, I don't have to do it. Somebody else prepares these slides for us. So I have no clue where they find the people that they survey. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and we're going to get started with round 1. So like I said, there's going to be 8 regular questions, and then there'll be a 9th bonus question. And at the end of the round, we will send in our answers. So we're going to start out here with round 1, question 1. Name something you might be hired to do during a wedding. Name something you might be hired to do during a wedding. I'll start out slow here at the beginning, just so any new teams can kind of get used to it. And if we've got any people kind of joining us towards the end here as we get started. So you want to, question 1. You're going to want to write down 3 answers. So if I didn't make that super obvious before, so you're going to write down 3 different answers. And you need to be, you can't do like red/white. So it needs to be one answer. Try to be specific, but maybe not, too specific that you get yourself out of the answer, but try to just have 3 different answers and don't use slashes and try to sneak in extra answers there. Okay, let's move on to question 2. What food tastes great with mustard? What food tastes great with mustard? So again, you want to name 3 different foods. What food tastes great with mustard? The hardest part about the virtual family feud is at the winery, I can kind of gauge when people stop kind of talking with their teammates and everything. But when we're virtual, I can't really see you guys. And so I don't know when you're ready for the next question or not. So I'm kind of just playing it by ear. And like I said, we'll start out slow here at the beginning, and then I'll try to kind of pick up pace because playing it virtually definitely takes a lot longer than it does when we play it at the winery. So, okay, let's move on to question 3. What is available for purchase in the paper products aisle? So name 3 things that are available for purchase in the paper products aisle. We've got a little friendly team banter going on in the comments section here. See, Kate says the winning team is ready. I think Katrina might be her teammate here. So, and Katrina says, "Oh, we ready." And feel free to share this video. So if you've got some people who maybe aren't on your team, but you want them to be in the future, you can share this video to your Facebook page. That helps us get more reach too with our audience, which is always a good thing. So for question 3, what is available for purchase in the paper products aisle? Okay, let's move on to 4. Name something that gets tangled. Name something that gets tangled. So you want to name 3 things that can get tangled. I need to find some good question music to be playing. Well, we like the Jeopardy song or something like that would be fun. Okay, question 5. What is a reason your baby may be more fussy than usual? What is a reason your baby may be more fussy than usual? Do we have any teams out there with some babies? I think it was Sour Grapes. They've got some babies on their team. Very cute ones. Some new parents, they're going to be experts at this question. So what is a reason your baby may be more fussy than usual? Question 6. Name something a mother makes her kids wear in the winter. So name 3 different things that a mother usually makes her children wear in the winter. We're in Wisconsin here, so this should be an easy one. Or maybe a hard one, since we all had to wear like 100 different things to go outside. They're going to be experts at this. They're going to be Name something a mother makes her kids wear in the winter. Here, let me see if this music works. This is what we need.
Real kids need real strength, and real milk has an unmatched package of natural.
There we go. Question 7. Name a food or drink you'll buy if you're hosting a Super Bowl party. So name 3 food or drink items that you'd buy if you were hosting a Super Bowl party. Hopefully some of you got to host or go to a Super Bowl party. It's probably one of the last parties that some of us have been to this year. Name a food or drink you'll buy if you're hosting a Super Bowl party. I like Jennifer's answer. She says Timber Hill wine. That would be my ideal drink at a Super Bowl party for sure. Question 7. Name a food or drink you'll buy for the Super Bowl party you're hosting. Okay, we're going to move on to question 8. Name an excuse you might use to start up a conversation with an attractive stranger at a party. So what's an excuse you would use to start up a conversation with an attractive stranger? After this, we'll have the bonus question. And once we do the bonus question, you guys can start sending us your answers. So like I said, if you're just typing them out on your phone, you can send in a screenshot. If you're writing them down, take a picture of that, send it in. You can Facebook message it to us, or you can send it to our email. So we've got the bonus question up next, though, so don't send anything yet. You're going to want to make sure you've got your bonus answer on there. So right now, question 8, name an excuse you might use to start up a conversation with an attractive stranger at a party. Oh, Katrina wants to know, when's the last time I was at a party? And she misses running into attractive strangers. Yeah, I know. It seems like it's been decades since we've all been partying. Used to be a party every weekend at the winery. Question 8, an excuse you'd use to start a conversation with an attractive stranger. Let's go on to round 1 bonus question. This time we're looking for which answer got 0 responses. This one's going to be worth 5 points total, all or nothing. So it's going to give you the question and the answers, and you want to guess which of those answers did not get any responses. So for the question, to name something a flight attendant sees every day between boarding passes, a safety movie, clouds, and pilots. One of these answers did not get a single response. So out of those, write down one answer. And if you get it right, you get 5 points. If you choose one of the other 3 and get it wrong, you will get 0 points. And then once you have your answers for round 1, go ahead and start sending them in to us with Facebook Messenger to Timber Hill Winery, or email us at events@timberhillwinery.com. I like Jennifer says she's been married too long for pickup lines. So don't forget to send in your team name with your team answers. We want to make sure that we have those together. So go ahead and start messaging those in once you've got the bonus question here. So we want to basically name something, even though a flight attendant does see all of these things probably every day. One of them did not get any responses when they surveyed the 100 Americans. Oh, Team Charlie's Angels is back. I think we've got a lot of repeat teams, which is awesome. And I see some new teams too. So thank you so much for joining tonight, guys. And I hope by all the repeat teams, that means doing something good here. And if you haven't shared yet, let us know if you're sipping on anything tonight, even if it's just water. Or if it's beer, that's fine too. I have Traminette in my glass right now. I opened that the other night when I was making I opened it after I made the Cook With Me video. I showed everybody how to make our cheese tray that we're doing, the DIY cheese board for pickup and delivery. And if you haven't seen that yet, check it out. I did another great Cook With Me video. I think it was last week. I showed you how to make one of my other go-to recipes. So if you haven't checked those out yet, give them a view on our Facebook page. Michelle says, we miss Vegas. Go Team Vegas. Yeah, I think everybody misses everywhere. Although, do we have some introverts out there that are just like absolutely loving this? Like, I'm sure there's probably a lot of people out there that are just eating up this quarantine and living the best couch life. I am not one of those people, but thankfully I've been able to go to the winery still, and we've had people coming in to buy bottles and everything. So I haven't been completely stuck at home. I think that would drive me insane. Jeff says he is sipping on some Irish whiskey. And apparently the spiced white is getting chilled in the freezer as we play here. So Jess likes people, but she also likes her cat and her fiance more. So that's funny. Like I said, I think there's a lot of people who are kind of enjoying this quarantine time, getting a little bit more time to themselves, and that's good too. I mean, everybody has their own preference. Jess finally popped one of the Christmas bottles. Mrs. Claus's cocoa. Oh, Jennifer wants to know about the wine of the month. So if you don't know, we have a monthly wine club. You can sign up and get either 1, 2, or 4 bottles a month. And we try to get a new wine every month. And so this month we have our summer collection is back out. So you can choose between 4 different kinds. So we have watermelon, strawberry, lemon, and pineapple. All 4 of them are back for the summer collection. We had a lot of wine club members coming in today and picking up their wines and getting some extra bottles, of course. Last month's wine, Rainy Day Rosé, is now available to everyone. We'll be getting that up on our pickup and delivery website tomorrow, so you can order and add that to your pickup and delivery. That one was a super popular wine of the month. So if you guys tried that one and liked it, let us know. And then if you've had the summer collection before, let us know, or if you're excited to try it. Kate says, join the herd. I love it. And Alyssa says she should have come and got the summer one. Hopefully you could come in this weekend. I think it's going to be a really nice weekend. So definitely a good weekend to swing in and get some of those new fruity flavors. Sip them on the patio. I think I'm going to be spending my weekend outside on our patio. I stole the dome furniture and moved it to our screened-in porch, so it should be a good summer. Okay, so this is your 1 minute warning. If you haven't sent in your answers yet, you have 1 minute. So please message or email us your answers. So you can Facebook message those, or email is events@timberhillwinery.com. So please get those in here in the next probably 30 seconds now. And then what we're going to do next is go through the answers for round 1, and you're going to score yourself. So make sure you keep track of your score, and then you're going to send us your round 1 score at the end. Bethany's excited for the summer wines. Crystal says, yay, rainy day. She's going to stop in and get her May bottle and some more rainy day. That sounds like a good plan for the weekend. So awesome. All right. We are going to start going through round 1 answers. I will remind you guys about which answer gets whatever points. And if you have any questions, need interpretations, leave those in the comments. I'm keeping an eye on the comments. So question 1, name something you might be hired to do during a wedding. The number 1 answer was cater. 2, DJ or play music. 3, take pictures. So if you have catering, food, those are fine. DJ, play music, straightforward. Take pictures, obviously photographer should be fine. Like that's what a photographer does, is take pictures. So if you have take pictures, photographer, that is going to be worth 1 point. Catering or food is going to be worth 3 points. DJ or play music is worth 2 points. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments and I can try to help with the interpretation. So, question 2, what food tastes great with mustard? Number 1 answer is hot dogs. 2, hamburgers. 3, corn dogs / pogo. I wonder if pogo is kind of a nickname for corn dogs in other parts of the country. I've never heard corn dogs referred to as pogo. So if you have hot dogs, you get 3 points. Hamburgers, 2 points. Corn dogs, 1 point. And then please try to keep track of your score here, and then we'll send them in once we go through the answers. So hot dogs, 3, hamburgers, 2, corn dogs, 1 point. You can tell that we are based in Wisconsin because we're getting some questions about who said corn dogs over brats, or is pogo a brat? I'm going to really quick look up what is a pogo just to make sure, because I honestly have no clue what a pogo is. And of course, the first thing that comes up is a pogo stick. Yeah, a pogo Stick is a nickname for a corn dog. It is not a brat. So brat is not an acceptable answer. I am sorry. Clearly, they did not survey 100 Wisconsinites because I am sure that brat probably would have been the #1 answer. Okay, question 3. What's available for purchase in the paper products aisle? Paper towels, napkins, and paper plates. So towels, napkins, and plates. If you have towels, you get 3 points. Napkins is worth 2 points, and plates 1 point. Yeah, I'm loving Katrina's comment. This was clearly pulled pre-COVID because find me an American who wouldn't immediately think of toilet paper after hearing this question. Yep. All right, 4, something that gets tangled. Hair, a fishing line, and a rope. If you have hair, it's 3 points. Fishing line's 2 points, and a rope is 1 point. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised that last one, toilet paper, wasn't up there. Over napkins? Yeah, I guess it's like Michelle says, it's Rona world now. Okay, question 5. What is a reason your baby may be more fussy? Hungry, teething, and tired. So hungry or maybe needs food. I could see if you had needs food, hungry, or needs bottle. Teething, pretty self-explanatory. Tired or sleepy would be fine too. Abby wants to know if cords count as rope. No, because I think like when I think of a cord, I think of like my phone charger and like a cord to something, versus rope is like just rope, like what you tie a boat to a dock with. Tim says no colic. I guess not. Not for that. Probably was answer #4. So if you have hungry, needs food, needs bottle, that's worth 3 points. Teething's 2 points. Tired or sleepy, needs sleep, that's worth 1 point. 6, name something a mother makes her kids wear in the winter. A coat, gloves, and a hat. This one's pretty basic. A mother makes her children wear a coat, gloves, and a hat. Coat, 3 points. Gloves, 2 points. Hat, 1 point. Question 7. Name a food or drink you'll buy if you're hosting a Super Bowl party. Ooh, boo, beer is the first answer. Chips and popcorn. So if you have beer, 3 points. Chips, 2 points. Popcorn, 1 point. I still like Jennifer's answer. Timber Hill won. I'm not biased though. So if you have beer, we get 3 points, chips 2, and popcorn 1 point. 8. An excuse you might use to start up a conversation with an attractive stranger. Ask for the time. Don't I know you? And weather. So ask for the time. Don't I know you? And weather. A lot of people are not feeling the popcorn answer on that last one. You know, popcorn does pair pretty well with wine. I agree. Pizza and wings go much better with the Super Bowl than popcorn, probably. But if I knew the numbers for the Americans that answered this survey, I'd give them to you. But I don't have any contact with them. So for this question 8, I feel like there's probably going to be some interpretations needed because this one, the answers are kind of long. So ask for time, don't I know you, and weather. So Craig, are you asking us if it's raining out, or are you asking if that's an interpretation for the weather? I would say that's a tricky one. The first 2 are kind of specific questions, and then asking about the weather can be a little bit more broad. So if that was an interpretation, I would say yes, you're good. Or, okay. Okay, so for the bonus question, which of these did no one answer to the question, name something a flight attendant sees every day? Apparently, flight attendants do not see your boarding passes. So if you have boarding passes, you get 5 points. If you had any of the others, you get 0 points. So once you have your scores tallied up, please also message those to us. So we can just double check that what we add up adds up with what you guys have, and scoring will go hopefully a little more smoothly this time. So I think we have a little less teams joining than 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was pretty crazy. We had 47 teams, which was most definitely a record-breaking night. I feel like we might be in like the 20-some teams tonight. I don't know for sure. I'll have to check in with Paige. Paige is at home right now helping me with the scoring and getting you guys' answers all in order and everything. So shout out to Paige at home. Everybody raise your glass and say cheers, Paige. Thanks for helping. So once you guys start sending in your scores for round 1 here, and if you need to, get a refill on your drink quick, and we'll get started with round 2 here in just 1 minute. So maybe go get some popcorn. I know it sounds like there's a lot of people out there who would want to have some popcorn right now. You've got time to go pop a bag quick and refill your glass. I think popcorn would be a good snack during Family Feud. So Super Bowl, maybe pizza and wings are a little more fitting, but Family Feud, I think popcorn would be a good option. Okay, you guys can keep sending in your point totals for round 1, and then we're going to get started with round 2 here. So again, there's going to be 8 questions with a 9th bonus question. Question 1 for round 2, name a place where people might feel uncomfortable going without a date. So name 3 different places where you might feel uncomfortable going without a date. Oh yeah, I see some teams are putting up their scores in the comment section too, so that's a great idea. Show off some team pride and you can put your scores in the comment section. So still please message or email them to us so we have them with your answers. But if you want to leave them in the comment section, if you feel like you did really well that last round and want to brag and show off your score, feel free to put that up in the comment section. So round 2, question 1, name a place where people might feel uncomfortable going without a date. So you're going to be uncomfortable going to 3 places without having somebody by your side. Round 2, question 2. What does someone who gets a lot of dates have that others don't? What does someone who gets a lot of dates have that others do not have? Name 3 things. Should I play my Jeopardy music again? Gotta go back to it. Those 30 seconds go really fast. Next time I'll have to find some good Family Feud music. Or if anybody plays music and wants to come up with some music for us and send us some clips. Okay, let's go on to question 3. Name something a woman might take from her best friend's wedding. Something a woman might take from her best friend's wedding. Jess says that her and Jeff are going to build us a playlist. Awesome. I know I need like a whole setup here for Family Feud. Right now I've got my computer with the slideshow. I've got my phone with the comments. So I need like my iPad being the DJ. I'm almost like a DJ with all the different things going on. Oh, I love Katrina's answer, the groom. Hopefully she doesn't take him. All right. Question 4. Name something you shouldn't have right before a driving test. Name something you shouldn't have right before a driving test. I can't think of anything. So question 4, name something you shouldn't have right before a driving test. Everybody's saying wine. I doubt they surveyed 100 Timber Hill customers. Okay, let's see what question 5 is. What is something a kid might do to get out of gym class? What is something a kid might do to get out of gym class? Oh, Jennifer's son Ryan has all the answers for this one. I don't think this will be an answer, but coronavirus. That'll get you out of gym class. Okay, question 6. What does a woman do to flirt when she's sitting next to someone she likes? Lots of talk about flirting kind of tonight, one way or another. So question 6, what does a woman do to flirt when she's sitting next to someone she likes? All right. Let's find some copyright-free music here on Spotify. Question 6. What does a woman do to flirt when she's sitting next to someone she likes? Okay, so I just heard from Paige. She said she's still waiting on the scores from a couple teams. So if you haven't sent in your score for round 1 yet, please do so she can help keep track of all the scores here. Let's go on to round 2, question 7. Name a word for someone who never does anything wrong. A word for someone who never does anything wrong. All right. Question 8. Name something people do differently than animals. Name something people do differently than animals. So Jess's question, is it a word or a phrase? Is your question, Jess, about question 7, I'm guessing? Let me backtrack for 1 second. I would say, it says a word, so for question 7, you're just going to want a word. I don't know about a phrase. I don't have the answers in front of me. I can try to look here quick, but I am guessing they said word, so I would go with word. Then for question 8 is name something people do differently than animals. Name something people do differently than animals. All right, we're going to go on to our bonus question here in just a second. And then once we've got that, you guys can start sending in your answers for round 2. So the bonus question this time is a 50-50. It's worth 5 points again. And the question is, name a makeup women apply to their face. So it's going to give you 2 answers, and you want to write down of the answers which one was the top response. So between blush and foundation, one of those was the top answer. So you can only write down one, and you have a 50-50 shot of which one it was. So either write blush or foundation. And if you guys have any other questions on this last round, leave them in a comment. And otherwise, start sending in your answers, because we are done with round 2. And once we start getting everybody's answers rolling in, we will go through round 2's answers. So for this one, of the following two answers, which one was the top response? Do women like blush or foundation more? And don't forget to send in your team name with your team's answers so we can help keep that straight as well. So I found a playlist on Spotify that is royalty-free music. And it's almost more fitting for yoga like we had last night. It's very serene music, not the best game show music. So hopefully Jess and Jeff can get me a playlist here. As we have a couple more times that we're going to be doing the Family Feud trivia virtually. Looks like at least till the end of May, if not a little longer. Usually we get pretty good crowd for Family Feud trivia, and I think it'll be longer than we maybe want it to be until we can have a crowd like we would for Family Feud. So even if we do have it at the winery, I have a feeling we're going to have to start doing it virtually a little bit here like this too, so everybody can still join in. So keep sending in your screenshots, photos, whatever you got to our Facebook Messenger, or you can email them to events@timberhillwinery.com. If you haven't sent in your scores from the last round, please do that too, because that'll help Paige with her scoring and make sure that you get the points that you're hoping that you're getting. This music is, I don't know. I've heard of Facebook taking down videos where you're playing popular music or music that is copyrighted in the background, and so I would hate for that to happen in this situation. But this music is kind of a Debbie Downer vibe. Maybe I'll try the next song. Oh boy, I don't know about this. Well, hopefully we can come up with a playlist for 2 weeks from now. So keep sending in your answers, guys, for round 2. We're going to give you another minute here. Let's see how long this song has on it. Okay, you've got 1 minute and 50 seconds. When this song ends, we'll move on to the answers for round 2. So send in your screenshot or photo, whatever you've got of your answers. Refill your glass if you've already done that. Get your popcorn snack out. Diana says she's having some Thursday now. If you haven't told us what you're sipping on tonight, leave that in the comments. Or if you're switching it up after the first round, let us know what the new drink is. All right, last chance to send in your answers for round 2. If we were at the winery, we'd be having you pass your score sheets to a neighboring team. Paige and I were trying to think of a way to have you do this virtually, and we couldn't quite master it, at least not for this one, so we'll see. Maybe in the future. All right, we're going to start going through our round 2 answers. Question 1, a place where people would be uncomfortable without a date, a movie theater, a dance, or a wedding. So if you have movie theater, that's worth 3 points, or just movie is good. Dance is worth 2 points, and wedding is worth 1 point. That's question 2. What does someone who gets a lot of dates have that others don't? Ooh, Kate wants to know on that last one if prom equals dance, and so does Crystal. I would say prom is a specific dance, so I'm going to let prom be acceptable for 2 points for question 1. Okay, question 2. What does someone who gets a lot of dates have that others do not? Good looks, money, and intimacy. I don't know about that. That last one's interesting. So, good looks, you could probably say attractive, money, and intimacy. Nicole says party. Yeah, that one, I think a party is a little bit more broad versus prom is like a school dance. I don't know. So I hate having to interpret all these. So for question 2, good looks, money, and intimacy. So I've got a couple of questions on this one. Does charm count as intimacy? I don't really know what they're meaning by intimacy here. What does someone... That's a tough one. I don't know if charm... Let me think about that one. And then Craig wants to know if job equals money. No, because you can have a job that you don't make very much money at, I would say. Like you can have a business like a winery and not have any money. Let's see. Roxanne's got a great question. Does STDs count for intimacy? That's a good one, but I'm going to say no. Crystal asks, how about sex? I think that's what they're saying with intimacy. So, yeah, I would say that's probably fine for number 3. But yeah, I would say charm probably doesn't count. I don't think that's... Yeah, like Alexa says, it means like closeness, sex, etc. So I would say Crystal's answer is fine, but I don't know about charm. And probably not STDs. Okay, 3. Name something a woman might take from her best friend's wedding. Hopefully not the groom. Ooh, her bouquet, a cake, and man. So hopefully that's just like a date or a man in general and not her best friend's man. So bouquet or flowers, 3 points. Cake, pretty self-explanatory, 2 points. Man, I would say, I mean, it's worth 1 point. If you guys have interpretation, I would say groom is not an answer. I think with cake, I'm going to be a stickler. You got to say, you got to have cake to get the 2 points. And then man, Crystal asked about groomsman. I mean, that's a man. It has man in the name. So let's let groomsman slide for 1 point. Katrina wants to know if all food is cake. I wish it was. Okay, I'm going to move on to question 4. Something you shouldn't have right before a driving test. Alcohol, beans, and onions. Alcohols, 3 points. Beans, 1 point. Onions, or beans, 2 points. Onions, 1 point. Ooh, Craig wants to know if for the last one, leftovers equals cake. No, that one I'm going to be kind of a stickler on that you have to have cake. And this one for alcohol, you have to have alcohol, 3 points. Beans, that's going to be a hard one. Beans, 2 points. Onions, 1 point. Alyssa wants to know if Mexican food counts for beans. It should, but no, that one is too broad. There's a lot more to Mexican food than beans. Okay. Sue wants to know if drugs or medication count. Those were probably answer number 4 and 5 because you definitely shouldn't be on drugs for a driving test. I would prefer you be on beans over drugs. Jeff wants to know if onions is street slang for drugs. Yeah, I think we all apparently agree that drugs should have been an answer before beans and onions, but okay, 5. Something a kid might do to get out of gym class. Fake sick, get injured, and doctor's note. So 1, fake sick for 3 points, get injured for 2 points, and doctor's note is worth 1 point. I got out of gym class one time. We were playing dodgeball, and I got hit so hard in the face that my contact fell out of my eye. And we had to pause the game and search the gym floor for my contact. I was in middle school, so I can't remember, but I really hope I did not put that gym floor contact back in my eye. Okay. Marcus says same thing. Kate, fake an injury. That's a tricky one. If they get injured, fake sick. If they fake an injury, you mentioned injury, so I'll give you the 2 points for that one. Apparently Ryan got all 3 of them right. He's an expert at getting out of gym class. And then got a couple more here. Jan wants to know, does something hurts count? I would say that does something hurt count? That might count for get injured because they're kind of faking that. Cramps, Tina, I'm surprised cramps wasn't an answer, but it's not on there. So no. Yeah, just like Jess is saying, she used to fake her period and worked every time and cramps. So, I mean, they interview 100 Americans, and I'm guessing probably half of them are male. So that's probably why we didn't get cramps or faking or period or anything like that. Question 6. What does a woman do to flirt when she's sitting next to someone she likes? Smile, touching, and chat them up. Smile, touching, and chat them up. Smile is pretty straightforward. Smile, smiling, touching, chat them up, talk to them. I'm gonna need a refill here soon. What are the odds I can get my husband to bring me a glass of wine? Ooh, Marcus wants to know if giggles work for smile. That's a good question. Yeah, because like laughing and smiling are kind of the same, but that's the number one answer. And whew. I think we've got a couple people asking if laugh is the same as smile. I would think so. I mean, if you're not smiling while you're laughing, then that's not good. So I'm going to go ahead and count laugh and giggle for smile, because it sounds like we've got a lot of teams that put that, and that's fair. I think laughing and smiling is the same. Jan's husband said blow in his ear. And Jake wants to know if nudge works for touch. Touch is a little intimate. I would say nudging is a little different than touching. So I'm going to say no to the nudge. 7, name a word for someone who never does anything wrong. A perfectionist, a saint, and an angel. Are any of you guys perfectionists, saints, or angels? I can be a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes, if I'm being honest. Oh, Bethany put saint/angel. So again, avoid the slashes, guys, because that makes it hard. So you only get, I'll give you the saint for 2 points, but then if you had like a third one down, then you had that as like a wrong answer, I would say. Ooh, if perfect is the same as perfectionist. Word for, yeah, I would say perfect and perfectionist are kind of the same thing. Tim saying this round went down the toilet. Well, hopefully, so I don't know if you guys are new here at all, and otherwise you'll know the last round, round 4, is worth double points, and so you can come back and win it all. So if round 2 was not your round, you still have round 3 and round 4. And it sounds like maybe everybody this round wasn't there, so maybe you guys are all gonna be in the same boat. Okay, question 8, something people do differently than animals: eat, walk, and talk. I mean, I'm pretty sure animals eat, so I don't really get that one. I guess we eat differently than animals, but okay. Eats, 2 points. Walk. All right. It's been a week, I guess. Eat is worth 3 points. Walk is worth 2 points. And talk is worth 1 point. So eat, walk, and talk. Coming up, we've got the bonus round answer, and then start tallying up your scores here, and please message and email them once we get our bonus answer up. So Marcus wants to know if communicate's the same as talk. And I think animals communicate. They just don't talk like we do. But animals definitely communicate. So I would say no. And same with socialize, Jeff. So trust me, we've got a pond in our backyard, and there's some geese back there, and they communicate with each other. So, and Jake wants to know if travel equals walk. I would say no to that one too. So travel is definitely its own thing. Okay, the bonus question. What is a makeup women apply to their face? Top answer, foundation. So if you have foundation, you get 5 points. If you have blush, you get 0 points. Oh, Michelle is saying communicate definitely equals talk. See, I think that communication is pretty broad. There's a lot of nonverbal communication that can happen. So talking, I think, is a little more specific to humans than communicate. So send in your scores here for round 2, please. And then we're going to get started with round 3 in just a second here. We're going to take a 2-minute break to refill our glasses and everything. So start sending those scores in. Oh, Crystal wants to know what we said about faking an injury for question 5. They're in the car and hit a dead zone. Faking an injury was good because Alexis wants to know, she says, but it is what we do different. We communicate differently than animals. The communicate one is a tough one. So Jason wants to know how many rounds. There's 4 rounds total, so we are halfway done now. And hopefully these next couple of rounds are going to go a little bit faster here, guys. So the first bit here, we had to go through the rules, and we started out a little slow. So the round 3 and round 4, we're going to pick up our pace just a little bit. So I see a couple teams that are leaving their point scores in the comments. Feel free to do that. Sounds like round 2 wasn't everybody's favorite. So hopefully round 3 and 4 will be a little bit better for everybody. I like Michelle's 78 plus communicate. Oh. My reason behind not including communicate for talk is I had in college, I knew someone who did a communication class where there was a whole section on nonverbal communication and everything. And I remember talking with her about that and how humans communicate in a lot of different ways, but talking is just one of the ways, I would say. All right. I need some more wine. I'll be right back, guys. Send in your scores. Okay, let's get started with round 3, guys. Question 1. What are parents referring to when they say to their teen, I never did that at your age? So what are 3 different things a parent might be referring to when they say, I never did that at your age, talking to their teen? Question 1. What are parents referring to when they say to their teen, I never? Tim's saying he's having some issues on YouTube. Is anybody else having buffering issues? Let me know. So this isn't a drink. Egg yolk spilled all over me this morning. That was not fun. I would not recommend that. Question 2, do not want spilled on you. Name something a couple starts fighting about once they move in together. score update here. Looks like she might be missing a team. Nope, not right now. Okay. So I have a score update for you guys from round 1 and 2. Let me see how technologically advanced I can get here. Let's try this. Shrine Wine and Girls on Cloud Wine are taking the lead for now. So name something a couple starts fighting about once they move in together was question 4. Question 5, name something you use to cover up bad smells in your house. I would say a glass of wine. Just always keep the glass of wine in front of your face. So question 5, name something you use to cover up bad smells in your house. Six, name something restaurants have to make them appear fancier. Something restaurants have to make them appear fancier. I'm going to try to drop the scoreboard here in the comments so you guys can see it better. That might be a better option. Then, let's see here. Let's see if it'll let me. Maybe not. Okay, Facebook doesn't like that. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll try to, if you guys miss the scoreboard, send us a message and we can send it to you. So name something restaurants have to make them appear fancier. Question 7, what would you hate to find out about the house you just purchased? What would you hate to find out about the house that you just purchased? I like Michelle's answer for the last question. that restaurants would have to make them seem fancier would be Timber Hill wine. I like that. Question 7, though. What would you hate to find out about the house you just purchased? Marcus wants to know what question 6 was. I'm going to quickly go back here. So question 6 was, name something restaurants have to make them appear fancier. That's question 6. Then question 7 we just did. What would you hate to find out about the house you just purchased? A couple people, I think, missed 6. I'll go back to it for a second here. I'll make sure it comes up. So 6 is the question about what restaurants have to make them fancier. Then now we'll go on to question 8. What might a flower gardener name his daughter? This is a fun one. So what might a flower gardener name his daughter? We're going to have the bonus question up next. So question 8, what might a flower gardener name his daughter? Then for the bonus question for this round, you're going to have to guess the order. It's going to be worth 5 points again. So it's going to give you the question and the 3 answers, but you have to put them in the exact order. So the questions, name something an overprotective parent might forbid their teenage child from doing. The answers are playing sports, driving, and dating. So those are the 3 answers. You have to put them in the exact order of number 1 answer, number 2 answer, number 3 answer. And it'll be worth 5 points if you get them. Playing sports is the number 1 answer. Write that down. Then write driving if you think that's number 2, and dating if you think that's number 3. So maybe they already put them in order for you. Maybe they didn't. Figure it out and write them in order. And then whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start messaging us your answers or emailing them in. Oh, Morgan she thinks they might have skipped a question here. People are sending in their answers. Hopefully we can figure it out. Okay. Sometimes it lets us rewind the live videos and sometimes it doesn't. So if you caught all the questions, go ahead, send in your answers, please. Crystal asked if we can repeat the bonus. So the question is, name something an overprotective parent might forbid their teenager from doing. And then it gives you the 3 answers. You just want to put them in order. So the answers are playing sports, driving, and dating. And you have to put them in the right order. Okay. Yeah, it's not letting us rewind. So let's see here. I'm going to backtrack quick then, and we'll go through the questions really quick, Morgan. So then question 2, what kind of drink do you not want spilled on you? That was question 2 for this round. Question 3, name something women wear that becomes uncomfortable after a while. So again, maybe like taking screenshots as you're going in case you want to come back to a question is a good idea. Name something a couple starts fighting about once they move in together. That was question 4, which Marcus thinks that might be the question you guys missed, it looks like. Question 5, name something you use to cover up bad smells in your house. Question 6, name something restaurants have to make them appear fancier. Question 7, what would you hate to find out about the house you just purchased? And then 8 was the flower gardener's gonna name his daughter. And the bonus question, you've already sent them in, get a refill, get a snack. And we'll start going through the answers here in just a bit. So we're gonna have one more round of questions after we go through the answers for round 3. We'll do round 4. Round 4 is gonna be worth double points. So like I said, that's gonna be your opportunity to maybe come back and win it all. So if you're kind of in the middle, or you were one of those teams that's in spot number 4 right now, we had quite a few teams, I think, tied for 4th place. Let me see if I can bring up, who knows what's on my computer, so I might not want to. Here, let's see here. This will be good. Try to bring up the scoreboard again. Here we go. So this was after round 2. So send in your answers for round 3 right now. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams tied in 4th. Oh, and Team Vegas was in 3rd place. Sorry, I didn't, it must have been cut off earlier. So I'm sorry, Team Vegas, I didn't call you guys out earlier for being in 3rd place. So we have Team Vegas in 3rd place after round 2 at least. And then Shrine Wine was in 2nd place, and the girls on Cloud Wine are in 1st as of now. And so then we'll go through our round 3 answers here next, and you guys can see where you're at. It does really help if you guys send us your scores. So keep track of your scores as you're going here with us, so that Paige can just double check it and go from there. So pass your sheets. Pass your sheets to Paige, because we're going through the round 3 answers next. Okay, so question 1, what are parents referring to when they say to their teen, I never did that at your age? Smoke, drink, and date. Those are the top 3 answers. So smoke, smoking, 3 points. Drink or drinking or alcohol, 2 points. Date, dating, 1 point. Question 2 answers. What do you not want spilled on you? Wine. Uh-oh. Coffee and beer. So wine, coffee, and beer. Looks like we've got a couple of interpretations on that question 1 answers. Michelle's wanting to know if sex equals date. I feel like I have to give it to you this time after the communication debacle. So that I think is, I'll let that one slide. Alexis wants to know though about if smoke would fall under drugs. I think drugs are, I think when they say smoking, I'm guessing they're mostly referring to cigarettes or just smoking. So I don't know if that would count as drugs. So same with Nicole. And then Crystal wants to know if vaping counts. So let's just try to stay away from getting too specific. And then what if you put alcohol for question 2, round 3? So if you have alcohol for this one, instead of, they've got wine and beer. So if you have alcohol, I'm gonna let that count for 3, instead of beer. So that'll be worth 1 point. Alexis is giving me a hard time on the sex isn't the same as dating though. I know. It definitely isn't. But it is at the same time. I'm gonna hire one of you guys to start being the feed master interpretation part, because this is the least favorite part about this. It's so hard interpreting everybody's answers. So. Oh, I like Lucy says, why can't we just go with the answers? That's a good question. It's easier at the winery because the other teams kind of do the interpretations, I think. I don't really have to, I don't hear a whole lot of interpretations at the winery. Everybody's saying just go with the answer. So maybe I need to be more of a stickler on these answers. So let's just go on to question 3. Name something women wear that becomes uncomfortable after a while. We've got bra, high heels, and underwear. So if you have bra, that's good. High heels is 2 points. Underwear is 1 point. So bra is 3 points. High heels, 2 points. Underwear, 1 point. Bethany wants to know, of course it counts as bra. I'm going to say no. I think I need to, I'm not used to saying no. I think that's part of the problem. I think we need to start sticking to the words that are up there more. Question 4. Name something a couple starts fighting about once they move in together. So we have money, space, and cleaning. Diana says she's having some issues, saying it's blurry. So if you guys have any issues, let me know in the comments section. I've got it up on my screen too, because sometimes after we've been on for a while, it likes to boot you out. So let me know if there's any issues that you see. Okay. So name something you use to cover up bad smells in the house. Air freshener, candles, and incense. We've got a couple questions from the last round. If bills count as money, I would say no, because bills are just like one thing that you spend your money on. You could also argue over non-bills money. Organization and cleaning are different enough, so I'm going to say no to that one too, Riley. Sorry, guys. So for question 5's answers, we've got air freshener, candles, and incense. For 6, something restaurants have to appear fancier. Table linens, fancy food, and candles. Or as I think Michelle said, Timber Hill wine. So something restaurants have to make them appear fancier. Table linens, fancy food, and candles. 7, what would you hate to find out about the house you just purchased? It's haunted. It has termites or mold. Those are all 3 things that you do not want happening at a house you just purchased. Bethany wants to know if lighting would count for candles for the last one. I would say no, because lighting isn't scented. So candles are a little more specific, and you would light them because they're usually scented. For 7, if you have haunted, termites, or mold. Major repair. Sue, I think major repair is too broad since they had named mold and termites. That doesn't quite go under the same as the haunted or termites or mold. And Diana wants to know about bugs or termites. Sorry, I read Tim's question next too, and he says, send more wine. Round 3 is worse than round 2. I think termites needs to be specific just because they can do so much damage versus other bugs like cockroaches. Like if you had a bunch of cockroaches, like yeah, that would suck, but they're not gonna like make your house cave in. So termites is pretty specific. Okay, so the gardener with the daughter is gonna name her Rose, Daisy, or Lily. A flower gardener is naming his daughter Rose for 3 points, Daisy 2 points, and Lily 1 point. This one, you absolutely have to have that flower name. No interpretation. Okay, and then this one, you have to have these in this exact order: dating, driving, playing sports. If you have any of those in a different spot, then you get 0 points. If you had dating, driving, and playing sports, then you get all 5 points. So if you have an overprotective overprotective parent, you're going to forbid teenager from dating, driving, and playing sports. So if you've got your round 3 scores, send those in to us, please, so Paige can double check the scores here and hopefully update our scoreboard. Since we've got a little less teams than last time, she seems to be doing a really great job keeping up with it. So cheers to Paige. Thank you. And then we'll get started with round 4 in just 1 minute. And like I said earlier, this one is going to be worth double points. So if you were one of those people who's kind of in the middle, or maybe if you were at kind of the lower end of the totem pole, if you did well in round 3 or even okay, you could still come back here with round 4 and get those double points and maybe win it all. So what we've been doing lately for the prizes is we give our number 1 team a bottle of wine. The second place team each gets a free glass of wine that hopefully they can come use very soon. And then our third place team gets free wine tasting. So we're going to start round 4 here in just a second. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in tonight. Hopefully you guys are all having a good time. Get a refill on your glass right now if you need one. I'm trying to pace myself a little bit. I actually had a little bit of wine during my lunch. I went and socially distantly, I don't know if that's a word, celebrated my grandma's birthday with her today. So she set up a little TV tray on the opposite end of the room from where she was sitting, and we celebrated her birthday. We had some takeout, and I brought her a bottle of Throwback Thursday. That's her favorite wine. So I brought her a bottle of Thursday, and I had some Le Crescent, and my mom was there too, kind of in the middle. And the 3 of us, my mom, grandma, and I, celebrated my grandma's, well, she's not watching, so I can tell you, it was her 90th birthday today. And so we had to do something. We originally had planned this big party for her at the Gathering Place in Milton, and unfortunately we weren't able to do that. So I was just glad that we were able to have lunch with her today, and I could have some wine with her and celebrate. So Hopefully you guys are staying connected with your loved ones as well in one way or another. I know it was definitely a little weird to be on the completely opposite side of the room as her, but definitely necessary. So, all right, I think we're ready to start round 4. So if you haven't yet, please send in your score for round 3. So round 4, question 1. Name an indoor activity you do more of in the winter. An indoor activity you do more of in the winter. So question 1, an indoor activity you do more of in the winter. Then we have question 2, name something a pro athlete might do to prepare for a game. Something a pro athlete might do to prepare for a game. Question 3, besides a belt, name something that has a buckle. Number 3, so besides a belt, what are 3 things that have a buckle on them? Jeff says the mall. Does the buckle store still exist? I don't know. Has anyone shopped at the buckle lately? And they had some good stuff, so I don't know. I don't leave the winery too much, and my wardrobe consists of jeans and winery t-shirts, so if the buckle does still exist, I guess I could go hit them up for some jeans. Okay, question 4. Name something embarrassing you don't want to do while asleep on a plane ride. So question 4, name something embarrassing you don't want to do while asleep on a plane ride. I actually, when I was on a really long flight, I had someone that was sleeping on my shoulder, and I ended up getting sick into my hands and was buckled in and Hopefully that didn't give away an answer for the last question. But I was buckled in my seat and holding my stuff that came up, and I had to wake up the person who was sleeping on me and get them to help me. That was fun. That was embarrassing. So 4, name something embarrassing you don't want to do while asleep on a plane. Then 5, name something people check at least once a day. Something people check at least once a day. Okay, question 6. Name a small creature that can be very noisy. A small creature that can be very noisy. Question 7. Name something that shines at night. Name something that shines at night. So name something that shines at night. Got 2 more questions left tonight, so getting close to the end here. Question 8. Name someone in her life that a woman might have a crush on. So name someone in her life that a woman might have a crush on. Hopefully not a family member. So name someone in a woman's life that she may have a crush on. And this round's worth double points, guys. So make sure you get your best answers on here. Okay, let's go to the last question. We've got round 4 bonus. This time you want to come up with the top 2 answers. So it'll be worth 10 points total. So not double 10 points. The 10 points is the total that you'll get. So name the top 2 answers to the following question. Name something people are said to break. So the questions, name something people are said to break. And so this is all or nothing. You have to name the top 2 answers. So you can only write 2 answers down of 2 things that people are said to break. So once you've got all your answers, send in your screenshot, picture, whatever you've got your answers on to our Facebook Messenger, or you can send them in to our email, events@timberhillwinery.com. And then I just got a score update here from Paige, it looks like. So let me see if I can get up on the computer here. Awesome. And let's get that full screen. Okay, so after round 3, it looks like the Rat Pack is in 3rd. Team Vegas pulled into 2nd. And Girls on Cloud Wine are still holding their place in number 1. So not too far behind, we've got the Shrine Wine team, Oak Magic, Partners in Wine. So again, this last round, round 4 is worth double points. So you can see overall the teams are all pretty close here. So if you come back with round 4 and get those double points, you've got a shot. So So we're going to start going through round 4 answers here in just a second. Please make sure to send us the screenshot or a picture of your answers, and then we will start going through the actual answers. So this would be the point if we were, let's pretend we're at the winery and you're going to pass your score sheets to your neighboring team, which is us. And so Facebook message or email them to us right now, please. And then if you've already done so, maybe get one last little refill or start changing into your pajamas because it's after 8 o'clock, so that's fine. Or maybe if you're smart, you already are in your pajamas. I don't know. I'm not smart. I'm wearing my winery clothes still. So Crystal said this was her first time playing. Well, awesome. Both her and Michelle said this is fun. That's good to hear. It's so hard, like at the winery, when everybody's there, you can feel the vibes and everything. And so doing this virtually, thankfully we've got the comments section where you guys can leave comments. But I'm just staring at my computer screen and my dog Rudy is right over there. So at least I have a little audience, but he's not very entertained by Family Feud. I don't know why. So make sure to send in your answers here and we'll go through the actual answers in just a second so you guys can figure out your score, and then we will be posting the winners either later today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, just to make sure we can double check everything. And then if we end up needing a tiebreaker, we'll let those teams know and send them the tiebreaker question so that we can get that resolved too. So thank you again, everybody who joined us tonight. I hope you had a good time. And if you haven't give a shout out to your teammates. I see Roxanne saying, thanks for letting me be on your team, Sue and Lindsay. So tag your teammates. Follow along the winery. We've got a couple other virtual events happening. We've got music on Sunday. So Charlie Ann, they're a duo, and they're going to be playing at 2 o'clock on Sunday. So come back here to the Facebook and YouTube Live Sunday at 2 p.m. It's supposed to be really nice out, I think. So hopefully, at least here in southern Wisconsin. So you can maybe sit outside. And I know I've done that a couple times with our live music. I've used my iPad and listened and watched on our porch. So hopefully you can have that as an option. And maybe sooner than later, we'll be able to have music out on the patio at the winery. So. Okay, guys, here's your 30-second warning. So get your scores, or not your scores. You don't have those yet. Get your answers in to us, please. And then we are going to go through the answers for the last round, so you can hopefully see where you stand. So we have round 4 answers. For question 1, name an indoor activity you do more of in the winter. We have watch TV or movies, reading, and playing games. So if you have TV or movies, 3 points, reading, 2 points, playing games, 1 point, or you can double it right now. So you can do TV and movies is going to be worth 6 points. Reading will be worth 4 points, and playing games worth 1 point, or 2. Geez, 2 points. So I think it's easier to just double it at the end. So that way you don't have to do extra math right now. Okay, question 2. Name something a pro athlete might do to prepare for a game. Stretch, warm up, and meditate. Stretch, warm up, and meditate. I would say puzzles. That's a tough one. I would say puzzles aren't a game, maybe. I think we got to try to stick to the answers that are up on the board. So I'm going to say no. No to puzzles. Then we have meditate equal pray. I would say praying and meditating are definitely different enough that praying is not meditating. And then for board games equals games, I mean, you do have games in there. So I would say games is fine. As long as you've got like the keyword in there, that's going to count, I would say. For question 3, besides a belt, something that has a buckle, a boot or a shoe, a car seat, and a purse. So if you have boot or shoe, car seat, and purse. Okay. Name something embarrassing you don't want to do while asleep on a plane ride. Snore, drool, or pass gas. So you don't want to be snoring, drooling, passing gas, or obviously we would also accept farting. Same thing. Diana wants to know if car seat is same as seat belt for the last one. Ooh, seat. Trying to remember what the answers were. Yeah, I would say seat belt is fine. Okay, question 5. Name something people check at least once a day. Their email, the time, and their mailbox. So at least once a day, you're probably checking your email, the time, and mailbox. Email, I would probably take inbox. Time, maybe if you have watch or clock, those tell you the time. Mailbox is pretty straightforward unless you just have mail. Okay, question 6. A small creature that can be very noisy. A cricket, a bird, and a dog. Cricket, bird, and dog. I know my little dog can be quite noisy. I had a Zoom call yesterday and my 2 dogs decided to have a wrestling match right beneath me. That was fun. Thankfully, they're behaving right now during Family Feud. So cricket, bird, and dog. Then we've got question 7. Name something that shines at night. The stars, moon, and street lights. Stars, moon, street lights. Michelle wants to know if frog equals dog. That's a no. That's gonna be a no for me. Question 8. Name someone in her life that a woman might have a crush on. Teacher, boss, and friend. A woman might have a crush on her teacher, a boss, and a friend. Oh, apparently Jeff had frog too. Frog does not count though. I'm sorry, guys. It's a good answer. I'm sure it would have been top 8. So for this one, a woman might have a crush on her teacher, boss, and friend. Okay, last one. The top 2 answers for name something people are said to break: legs and hearts. break a leg and you can break a heart. That's for sure. Lindsay wants to know if boss equals coworker. I would say no. A general coworker is a little different than the boss. So if you guys have your scores tallied up, send them on in. And then, like I said, we'll probably be posting, just given the time. I don't know what time we will end up posting the winners, whether it'll be later tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. We will definitely be posting it in the near future on our Facebook page. And like I said earlier, we're going to be having some fun events here coming up on next week as well. So let me get rid of my screen here. So stay tuned. We're going to have Wino Bingo coming back on next Friday. And then we're going to keep doing virtual family feud like this for as long as we have to. So if you guys have any suggestions or want to reach out to us, feel free. I mean, that email that I was messaging about or Facebook Messenger is a great way to reach out to us. So if you have any comments or suggestions, we love your feedback. That's how we can grow and keep up with this ever-changing time here. So please let us know. Any feedback is welcome. Hopefully constructive feedback. You know, don't complain like, oh, the Family Feud host just kept drinking wine the whole time. Well, that part probably won't change. I'm sorry. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching tonight. Come back here on Sunday at 2 o'clock or on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We've been going live with our weekly winery update. You can ask us questions on there as well about events, wines, whatever you want. We're there on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock every week. So thank you, everybody. Looks like we've got a couple clarification questions on the last round. So I want to make sure I cover those. So Bethany wants to know if bones count for leg. Bethany, the saying's break a leg, so it's got to be leg. And then Crystal says, is 1 both for 10 if I have 1 0 points? So for the bonus question, you had to have both of them right to get the 10 points. If you didn't have them both right, you get 0 points. So, yeah, and after we end the live, if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. If you guys know your score, feel free to comment on the feed here and check out what other team scores were as well. Hopefully you guys had a good time, and I am ready to refill my glass here. So I am going to call it a night. And again, I really appreciate everyone for joining us tonight, and hopefully we will see you all again very soon. Cheers.